Back with paper mache, if you take toilet paper and glue and water, I can't remember exactly how much each, and mix it in a blender, it's like exactly like paper clay.
Yeah, but don't drink it.
Yeah, I bought this 3D stuff before, and it's just crap.
Honestly, just use newspaper or toilet paper, like you said, and it's
Bounty for your luck.
You put a layer of primer over it, it's all hard.
Yeah, don't use flour water, it will actually rot over time.
Okay.
My friend made a giant guitar that way. Now, next, because we left it in our school like over summer vacation. We came back with like mold on top. It was like,
never mind. And finally, for the last thing is modding.
modifying.
Thank you.
Don't hurt yourself.
Modifying existing things into watching me. I'm sorry.
Oh!
No, she stared at me halfway through. Go ahead.
Modifying the existing things of what you already have into something that you already
need. I'm gonna take that one and turn it into. Modifying something you have now or something you will need in the future.
Again, this would be a great opportunity to have a projector. Basically, I made an entire Roxas cosplay about 3
About 3 years ago. I used not but the 2 pairs of pumps. It's true fact.
No, it is true fact. I ended up getting a little $5 hoodie that was on sale from Sirens, and an old pair of black pants, and a gray pair of pants, again, $10 at Sirens. And if you recall, do we have a Roxas in here?
Nope. What? That's so weird.
Well, if you recall,
Roxas has chaps.
Yeah, essentially he has chaps. He has a black waist, and then I don't want to lift the leg too far up. And then the gray starts here. Now I'm nervous.
This is a pair of pants. Roxas is supposed to like that.
Apparently, no, his fiance is right.
It's alright.
Anyways.
Exactly. So gives me a different one.
And essentially that's what you can do is if you're making simpler costumes or lost of train of thought again, you can essentially chop your old clothing into things you already use. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hi, I'm sorry, you probably will not be getting a projector. Everything's running right now. This was not our fault. This was somewhere higher up. We can't move it.
Okay. Well, it's okay, I'll probably break.
I think you guys, you're doing this tomorrow.
A different panel. Yeah. Can we get on the list warning the non-projector
Yes.
table?
We are aware that you guys have other panels.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I was going to say they're going to get Python as a present.
Thank you for telling us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just leaving us alone.
There's some Bill Riot.
Yeah.
Edwin Riot. Now we talk about it.
Yes. My mind's also good for wigs. A lot of wigs, just like slightly altered. You can do a lot of different things. I bought one base blonde wig and a ponytail extension. I did 5 cosplays with it.
Wow.
Just from cutting little webs, adding pieces on the sides. I'm like, ooh.
It's true, and if you get something really like a basic black wig, it's like if you take something like this, it can be long, and then you can cut it shorter maybe, and then you can cut it as short as possible for like Yamamoto from Reborn. Like you can just keep going with these things. Yes, that's why you have to plan ahead. Yeah, I mean, like if you have old wigs and you just like you look at them, you're like, oh, but it looks so bad. Brush it out. I mean, if you're trying to style something, a damaged wig is going to be easier to work with than something that's like new and long and like, okay, Shannon, let me use you as an example. If you try to spike that wig, it's going to be impossible. Like that, people buy like nice, beautiful new wigs, and those aren't really meant for styling in like, you know, a Sora type way. You want something
put it this way. Can you see the difference in texture between Kai's wig and her wig?
The more shitty the wig, the easier it is to style.
I backcombed this one, and I sprayed it, and then I brushed it out again. So what I did to this wig to style it in this manner is the same that you probably, like if you use it for one cosplay and then reuse it for another, it's the same amount of damage, so.
Like I had a black funky wig, and I went through 3 different costumes to the end, like this wig is just dead. I apologize. But it was so short by the time I took my hair like this, as you style itself. It was so damaged.
Which is good, it's not bad.
Even though they tell you not to, if the wig is very, very damaged and very coarse, like if you bought it for, I don't know, you've had it for a few years or whatever, wash it first, but do not use conditioner.
No. Conditioner is for hair, like your hair. It has oils in it. Plastic doesn't have natural oils in it.
You can put very little bit of shampoo from the water bath.
Yeah.
Some weeks you have to wash. Like I know when we went to Disneyland, I took my Reiki wig, it was stupid. We went on a water ride, and I did the sink and then the wash.
For wigs, it's like you have to use liquid gel or like I have Molly clay, but
you have to be really careful with the styling products you use for wigs. You want to use, like you can still use stuff that's meant for real hair, but on the more extreme side is usually better. I always say got to be glue in the freezing spray because it's intense for real hair. But
like Sora was styled with got to be.
Yeah, you can use non-hair products to style wigs. Like I used bathroom cementing. It turned out it may have been toxic. I went to my pool and we had fish in there and they like bleached out. They were fake fish.
The bathroom cement was we used that because we were doing Atlantica, Sora, and Riku. So we were taking photos actually underwater. And if you let the sealant dry for 24 hours, it will be waterproof and it will stay underwater in what you style.
However, if you don't wait that much time.
Sorry, just going back to the spiking thing, this is what got to be glue can do for your wig. This was originally a punky wing, very kind of floofy.
It looks like Tina Turner.
Yeah, but with just a little bit of got to be glue, you can scale it into these gigantic spikes, and they will stay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And also, same with hairspray. You do not want to use Gotcha Bead because it can be expensive. The shop does usually have it for 3% off every once in a while. Cheaper hairspray is the better because the cheaper stuff does not put in the vitamins that you need for your actual hair. So it's good for wigs because it has less shit that does nothing for it. For the cheap stuff is like.
You do not want like salon, like hair care, like beauty lustrous hair. Because I mean that's gonna put stuff on your wig that you don't want on there.
When I tried to do comb weave the first time, I like poured like for 3 days. I sprayed this really expensive hairspray and I took it out.
Pikachu.
Also another like good hairspray is also Aquanet.
Oh, I've heard of them. I haven't tried them, but I've heard.
Yeah, Aquanet. It's almost like Aquanet. It's the official hairspray of the 80s.
Well, then it must be.